Napoleon Total War. What's up, guys? It's Pixelatedapollo. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you guys are doing well. Today we have a 2 vs 2 superpower beatdown. So on one side we have the French forces taking on the boys in red, Great Britain. And that is right, we are on the battlefield of Waterloo, and this is not 100% historical, just similar factions. Yeah, the units though are not historical. But let's go ahead and check out the unit comps, the army comps, not the unit comps, the army comps, and then we can get this battle underway. So let's start with the French forces. You can see this army right here. He's pushing up some National Guard. Probably gonna use them as meat shields, but don't tell them that. And then back here he has some chasseurs. Now, the funny thing about this word is that I always mispronounce it, and I know, I just own it, but someone sent me an email of them recording themselves pronouncing it correctly, and I do want to give them a big thank you. I've listened to it, and it sounds correct. I just haven't really practiced it, but I'll go back and try to pronounce it correct. But he also has some voltigeurs. He's got some chasseurs cheval pushing forward in the front lines. It's actually, you know what, I think this battle is going to start pretty quickly here, just by the just based off of how he's charging up his cav like this. So we're going to pause it here. It looks pretty cool though. But yeah, he's got a lot of chasseurs cheval that are just so angry, charging forward, ready to take on the British forces. Back here, he's got some Polish legion. He's got some Swiss foots. And then he has more guard chasseurs cheval. And here's his general, which is Napoleon Bonaparte. And here is some old guard. So you got to bring the old guard. Let's move on to the next French army, which I believe is pretty similar. He's bringing chasseurs cheval. He also has some guard chasseurs cheval. And then he has the voltigeurs in the front line. It looks like 4 units of them. He's got general staff. He's got some Polish legion in a secondary line. And then he's got the old guard. He's actually got a lot of old guard, which you can never bring enough old guard. You just can't. All right, so let's move on to Great Britain. So Great Britain's got some foot guard. They kind of got their armies just stretched out, which is pretty smart on Waterloo. You got to defend that, you got to defend the hill. And then he's got some more foot guards over here. More foot guards. Lots of foot guards. Oh, here's some King German Legion. All right, some unit diversity. Very nice. And then he's setting up more King German Legion to defend this house, to hold up in the house. Over here, he's got some King German Legion light dragoons. More light dragoons. Those are just standard. More light dragoons. So he's going with a nice light dragoon push here. He's got a lot of cav, amazingly enough. So no skirmishers, amazingly enough. All right, so let's move on to the next British army, which is bringing a more balanced army. He's got rifles in the front there, about 3 rifles scattered around the front line. He's got some foot guards going into some strategic buildings, and then he's got more foot guards in reserve. So they're really pumping out the good boys from Great Britain. So here's some Coldstream Guard and some King German Legion. So you got some Germans in the mix, some 88th Foots, and he's got more King German Legion foot guard, more rifles charging forward, and he's actually not bringing a lot of cav. So he's going, actually, his army's not that balanced. So let's play this. Let's do this. All right, so France charging forward like a great stampede of angry Frenchmen on their trusted steeds. So they're going to try to storm across here, try to take out, I like this aggressive play. I guess he's going to try to take out the rifles. I guess he realizes that the Great Britain doesn't have any cav. So if you don't have cav, you don't really have a good counter to cav, which is, cavalry is a great counter to cavalry, if you didn't know. So now they're going to charge forward. They're going for it, guys. This is the great huzzah right here. They're losing a lot of great men. Oh. Nope, he's going to hold and fire and then charge in, which I think was a mistake there. I think he just should keep pushing. He's actually going to fall back now. So yeah, fall back. Not sure what they're doing with their cav here. That was interesting. The British on this side, they're pushing up their cav. I hope he doesn't engage here. I really hope he doesn't. Let's see, the King German Legion Light Dragoons, they're going for it. They don't even care they're outnumbered. This is it. It's like that scene from the Kingdom of Heaven. Oh my goodness. And the knights charge out to protect the people trying to run back into the city. They're heavily outnumbered. But yeah, let's see. They're full on engaging their cav, which I think is silly. I don't know why Great Britain is doing it. I think they're just wasting their cav here. You can see more and more of their cav units pushing. Look at this. I think this is all from one player to player 2 is what I meant to say. But yeah, the light dragoons going in, getting flanking fire. Here comes another unit charging in. So they're definitely going to get a charge bonus here. Here comes the next unit. So I don't know what France is doing. Oh, beautiful volley there right before they charge in. They're going to stand their ground. You can see we've got some infantry support not far behind. They're going to charge forward. Charge, man. But yeah, the light dragoons don't stand a chance here. So that was a bit of a misread, I think. I mean, it was, well, let's see. Did any of the British cav units win there? I don't think so. I think most of the British cav was defeated, which the reason I think this is a silly move right here is that he's got the defensive position. So why use your cav so aggressively? He should use his cav in reserve. You can see, okay, here's some light dragoon, more light dragoon. So he still has some cav in reserve. This is good. This is really good. He almost like, you know, threw out an entire section of his army just to get slaughtered. But no, he should have used them as a defensive unit, especially since he cannot defeat the Chasseurs Cheval head on with those light dragoons. These guys are going to be able to hold their ground, which they did exactly do that. Now, the person who sent this in told me that it slows down here a little bit, so we're going to fast forward. And soon the great superpower beatdown is about to commence. But apparently they're talking strategy at this point, which this is one of the trickier things to do in Napoleon Total War is play Waterloo and try to take out that great hill defense. I mean, Napoleon had a tough time doing it. He would have won if the Prussians didn't show up. We can all say that. But no, the Prussians, I'm pretty sure they're not going to show up in this Waterloo scenario. So yeah, they've got to be smart about it. It's really tricky because you can't flank around this road. You can see there's a bit of a cliff here. So you have to attack head on. And in a battle or in a game like Napoleon, where positioning is king and you got to have your guns in a good position, it's all about timing, kiting. It's really tough to take out these kind of hill situations. And we have Great Britain over here actually getting aggressive. They're getting a little restless. They're like, you know what? If you're going to sit back and talk strategy, well, we're going to push forward and get our troops in position. All right, here we go. Here we go, guys. All right, normal speed. So we got a great push here from the the National Guard. So he is going to be using them as meat shields. Go, National Guard, go. But the way he needs to approach this is that he needs to have his more elite infantry close behind. Or, you know, I don't know. This should be interesting. Let's see how this turns out. You know, I'm not an expert in Napoleon Total War, so if someone's trying something weird that I think is weird or won't work, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I've seen crazier things. But this National Guard charge, what he's doing is, well, they actually, most of them made it into melee here. So they're going to silence these British guns, and that's going to give time for the Polish Legion and the Old Guard to be able to push forward and take on the forces without losing too many. But as you can tell, there's no artillery in this battle, so that's going to make things really tricky trying to take out those buildings. Alright, so he needs to get his forces up there. He's not moving them forward, so that whole frontal charge was kind of for nothing. I mean, I thought that was the whole purpose, was to get them in the fight and then get your infantry ready to go, set up, and then they can fire back. But now it's a bit of a skirmish battle. We got rifles taking on the chasseurs. All right, now he's using the voltigeurs over here. A pretty wise decision to try to pepper down these forces of the foot guard. You can see they're up on those cliffs. And in case you didn't know, you can't actually charge. When I was new to Napoleon, you don't know how many times I tried to charge units up this cliff. Like, oh, why can't I? But he's losing so many. Oh, this is gross. He's losing so many foot guard because, oh, and he's got his rifles behind the foot guard. What? That is a terrible, terrible idea there, because he's just getting friendly fire. And his foot guard don't have the range to take on these voltigeurs. Now, it could be because he's sidetracked over here in this center position where we got a pretty intense firefight. And things are getting really intense over here. Rifles taking on the voltigeurs. The lights are at it. We got the foot guard actually falling back here. So far, Great Britain is making a lot of careless mistakes. These chasseurs, they're not exactly getting great shots right here. The angle's a little tricky. I think most of their rounds are going into the dirt. But I think they're getting some kills here. Alright, so Great Britain reforming over here. He needs to get in skirmish formation, or he's going to fall them back. Alright, here comes a great push from the French forces down the center. This is where things are getting very interesting. Well, finally, we've got some line infantry engaging some of the enemy French forces. King German Legion. I love the crackle of the guns. So they're standing shoulder to shoulder with the rifles. Set up some stakes here to prevent any frontal cav charges, which is always a good idea. Also, remember, guys, look at that mini-map. You can see the movement of troops. Got more rifles charging forward. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, I saw that in the distance. Oh, my God, how glorious. So he's charging up his cav, and he's taking out a rifle unit that is completely out of position. He's going to be able to chew them up. Chew them up like breakfast there. And he's going to continue to push. Look at these brave Frenchmen. He does not form square, but that's okay. I think he's got enough troops to break the French cav here. But they did their job. They took out a rifle infantry unit. What is this? Is this the National Guard? They have returned. They have found the strength to join this battle once again. And he's going to charge into the front line once again. They never learn. Napoleon, have mercy. Don't charge in your men like that. Okay, there they go. They're breaking. No, they're not breaking. They're just retreating. What are they doing? They're crazy. Those National Guard, they're very patriotic. What are they doing? Oh, there they go. Okay, now they're breaking. They can't make up their mind. But we got a massive push. And look at, he's just slowly but surely pushing back the British here. You can see it on the minimap. How it kind of curves the battle line there. And we still have the Voltigeurs firing down. Finally, Great Britain, I think he realizes that his troops were getting evaporated here. And he moved up his rifles. But he lost so many good foot guard. But the balance of power is actually still in favor of Great Britain. And even though Great Britain still made a lot of mistakes there, it's going to be tough for France to take out this position. We do have some British light dragoons. Not really doing much. They're attacking the back lines here. We got more cav coming down the mountain. Oh, they're gonna give them a taste of their own medicine, going for the vulnerable skirmishers. And get them out of there, France. Push up your infantry. All right, so let's get a bird's eye view of the fight here. Oh, nice line battle going on. The British are standing. They got a lot of units standing together here, holding back the French. I hope that are they in range? Okay, there we go. He's pushing them up. They're just getting hit hard from the skirmishers. He needs to push them up. He can kill a lot of these skirmishers once he gets in range. But a lot of British soldiers have carelessly died here. Or have died because of careless, you know what I mean, careless orders. But yeah, most of the French attack here is going down the center. Oh, he's now charging in the Polish Legion, who are getting evaporated here. So that was an interesting move there. I mean, you got to do something against these British forces, and UK is holding on. They're doing a good job here. Oh, what is this? We got some cav in the back here. They actually have the general staff for one of the French armies going at it. They do break the British forces there, but that was a little risky because that could have been a death of a general, and that could have been huge for Great Britain. So I think Great Britain needs to stretch out his lines here a little bit. I mean, he's still doing a pretty good job here, but he needs to stretch them out just a tad bit. We've got the old guard now moving forward. If things really turn that bad for the French, we'll find out. Come on, old guard. Get in range. Here they go. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Good shots there. They are taking some pretty heavy shots in return, though. And France, you know, they've got a lot of Swiss foot here that have not even seen any action yet. And he's just doing such a good job with his lights here. Just slowly picking off the British forces. These rifles need to do their job. They need to protect their line infantry here. But they are outnumbered against the French. But they do have the high ground. Let's not forget that. We got the building over here. They're holding this great building. Fire through the openings. So cool. All right. Whoa, whoa, whoa. We got a cav charge going in. Chasseur Cheval. Running down a lot of these forces. It looks like it's mostly Great Britain's rifles here. And those iconic green uniforms. They need to deal with this. They can't have a hole in their defense. Oh, the rifles are breaking. We got some rogue French cav going out. He does have a square formation back here, but he's gonna go for the units that are fighting in the line fight, in the line battle, which is a smart idea because that's gonna silence them a little bit and let the French forces get a couple rounds off here. So the Polish Legion, they're gonna be able to fire down at the enemy here. Ah, it's not a great angle though. Look at that. You can't really see. The hill really dips down over there. Oh, we got a bayonet charge here. The 42nd Foot fighting the Polish Legion. Wait, where are they going? They're passing. We got, oh my god, the great French push over here on this side. They do outnumber the British, but they are taking on the Foot Guard, which is a very good unit. And of course, they have the support of the building here. Actually, no. I guess he told his men to get out of the building, which is an interesting decision. But he's now flanking around. A lot of his infantry around this line infantry here, trying to take out the Swiss foot. Such a lovely game. The Foot Guards, man, they need to just charge into melee. Stop doing a firefight. All right, here comes the Swiss foot. They're just going to charge in for them. A bloody fight here. But they need more support. The British need more support on this side. And I think he's going to go for the buildings. He's got 2 units. Some Foot Guard going for the buildings. He's falling back a lot of troops over here. He's going to make his final stand. As the French have broken through their main lines. And now they're going to put down suppressing fire. This is where things are going to get bloody here, guys. I think we're going to see a lot of bloody bayonets at the end of this day. Actually, not really, because you can't really see blood on the bayonets after they fought in bayonet melee. But you know what I mean. But leave it to the old guard to clean out these buildings. There they go. Charge. Charge. Storm the building. There they go. How do you fit those big heads in there? The big hats. Like your hat. Oh my goodness. The great bayonets of the old guard. Look at all the soldiers in one area. That's all you can really do with no artillery. You just gotta storm in with the old guard. Got a nice line battle going on here. He's got more of his old guard trying to stop this reinforcement force that are trying to get to the buildings. Our men are running, sir. I love this time period. Fantastic time period. Excellent, excellent. Young guard pushing forward. We got the Black Watch charging in. They're going to get into melee here. Relying on his melee skills. And the fight for this building is underway as well. Looks like we got Polish Legion charging in. Oh, one of their generals have fallen? Where is that? Oh, he charged in. Why did he charge in his general against a square formation? That was a big mistake there. Now the general has fallen. this unit might as well just fight it out to the death, because since they lost the general, most of the British forces are going to lose hope as they continue to hold. Now the French forces charging in. Alright, so they've got to take out these buildings. Do they have enough infantry? It looks like they do. It looks like they do. Old guard clearing room by room. Clear! It's clear! But we got more foot guard coming back as reinforcements trying to contain this old guard unit. This battle is still close over here. Actually, a nice bayonet fight going over here. The King German Legion taking on the Swiss God. Or Swiss foot, sorry. I believe the French actually took out one of the builds. Yes, they took out on the side where the general died. No surprise there. Actually, we have the French general getting into close to the action here. So now they can focus down to the remaining 2 buildings, where it looks like the British are getting surrounded here. And the French are turning this one around. We'll just enjoy this nice bayonet fight. I'm pretty sure the British are winning this side as well. Oh, we got a general now charging in. General v. general. This could be huge. There's still hope for the British. They can still win this one. If they can kill Napoleon, then that could be a huge morale destroyer right there. Oh, there's Napoleon going at it. I want to die with my men. Come on, Napoleon. Oh, they killed the enemy general. There we go. And that's, well, actually, Napoleon, he's starting to waver. No, he's going strong. And the French have been defeated over here, but we do have more reserves coming in. He's got another Polish legion joining the fight. Oh my God. Napoleon. Look at that. Oh, Napoleon is breaking. He's fleeing. He's like, I'm out of here. I'm too important. That's like a French-British accent. Whatever. He's Corsican. Whatever. He's getting out of there. He's falling back. I think the British general died, so it's not that huge. And yeah, there's no way. I mean, we do have some line infantry back here. I don't think he realizes that they've retreated in return, but it's down to this lone building. Now the general bodyguard going rogue over here, running down, going rogue one, am I right? Running down these Voltigeurs, chopping them in the backs. He still believes in victory. He will not give up just yet. And the fight in this house, this very large house. Got boys hiding in the attic. So all the French have to do now is just get their infantry in position. They've got a lot of depleted units, but I think this is going to be plenty to take this build. You know, actually, they could pull off a miracle here. They could do it. I mean, oh, there goes the general. He's breaking. Actually, the other French general able to stop that rogue one general. Alright, so here comes the charge of infantry. We'll go ahead and fast forward through this, guys. I'm pretty sure it's pretty obvious who's going to win this one. The French are going to take it. They just have too many troops. That'd be crazy if Great Britain won this one and just defend this building. We do have this unit returning to the fight, but they're getting sprayed down. They're breaking. And there you have it, guys. That is today's Napoleon battle. It was a pretty quick one. I think it was pretty clear that some of these players were pretty new. That's okay. It's all about learning and having fun. Hopefully you guys have learned from their mistakes. I think Great Britain made a lot of big mistakes there, like charging in their cav way too early. Should have used them defensively. Also, they kind of gave up their defensive position. They didn't really fall back to the hill, and they didn't use their rifles too well. The player over here was protecting this side. He lost so many troops to just enemy rifles and skirmishers. It was sad. But yeah, this was sent in by Homer Simpson, so thank you so much for the battle replay. He got 1,300. His ally got 1,500. Actually, one of the players getting 2,179 kills, but unfortunately his ally not being able to pull his weight, only getting 783. But it was certainly a close battle. And Homer Simpson, his old guard, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, represent right there, 218 kills. So thank you guys so much for stopping by, saying hello. Maybe if you would like, you can leave a comment, say hello to me. I definitely try to read all the comments. I might not answer all of them, but I do try to read them all. But yeah, if you enjoyed the battle, be sure to leave a like, a comment, share, and of course subscribe if you haven't. So thanks guys for watching, and I will see you next time.